afternoon, everyone, and good morning for those of you out west, and welcome to the coffee break. So at the end of the webinar, we will have seen all the configurations possibilities for the pricing on version 9.3 and also the hierarchy of the different options. So everything we are mentioning on the prices are applicable for customers as well as suppliers. So to simplify the presentation, I will speak in terms of customers only, but it applies to both customers and vendors. So, okay. So these are two links for the help site, to explain the hierarchy between the price source and all the discount source. So for those who want copies of the recording, Tracy will be able to share the PowerPoint after the sessions.
Yeah, if anybody, if you want a copy of that, I'm going to just paste that. Maybe Christophe, if you can send me the link. Although it's in your PowerPoints, I could just basically just share your PowerPoint with the recording. All right, that's good.
Perfect, let's do that. Okay, so, and the second link, we will see after what this is for. This is an explanation about the last purchase price and the last evaluated price, how it is calculated. So let's go with the first link. What have we got here? We've got, I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with these terms. We have the blanket agreement. What is a blanket agreement? We know that this is a long-term, well, it could be mid-term, long-term agreement with the customer. We agree to sell this customer. We commit ourselves to sell them a certain number of items at a given price and a certain number of quantities. So we have the blanket agreements. We have special prices for business partner, which is for a specific customer, we will sell this customer certain number of items at a specific price. So it could be rebates. Actually, it could be rebates based on a time period, or like on a quantities. So if they buy 10 items, we will give them a 10% discount. Here we have the period and volume discount, but I'm going to put it aside for now, and I will explain you after why I will jump directly to the discount group. So the discount group is, we will offer a discount to a specific customer or a group of customer because they are buying an item that belongs to an item group, let's say fruit and vegetables, that we want to give a 10% for the group fruit and vegetables for this week, let's say, or it could be because the item is linked to a certain characteristic. Let's say this is a gluten-free or no sugar added item, so we'll provide a 10% for a specific period of time. Finally, well, we have the period and volume discount, which is for all the customers that are linked to a certain price list. We will offer a rebate, a discount, for a certain period of time or for a certain number of quantities. Let's say again, they will buy 10 items, so we will grant a 10% rebate. So the difference between the special price and the period and volume discount is that the special price, we provide that discount only to a given customer, but for the period and volume discount, we provide it to all the customers that are linked to a specific price list. Okay, and well, of course, we have the price list, which everyone knows what the prices are. We have a customer that is linked to a price list, and we have an item that has a given price in that price list. So that price will come up in the sales order.
Hey guys, just to Christophe, I just want to say one thing. For those that don't know about the blanket agreements, we have a past web session that we covered entirely on this. So if anybody wants more information just on the blanket agreements, I've got a full session. I actually think you're the one that did that one, Christophe.
Could be. Yep.
So I just want to mention that if anybody wants the one on the blanket agreement, just to send me an email. So, okay, sorry about that.
Okay. Thank you. So what I'm proposing is that we look at the details of each of these methods, and then afterwards, I will come back to that decision tree to elaborate. So let's go to SAP now. And yeah, let me quickly show you what is a sales blanket agreement. So we have a contract with a customer. The contract starts at a period of time and ends at a specific period of time also. We agreed that we will sell this customer a certain number of items, a certain number of quantities at a given price. So that is what comes on the top of the hierarchy. It's not technically, it's not an option managing the prices, but still, in the end, it provides the price and that goes on the top. Okay, so now, what are the 4 options for the price list? So first, we have price list. By default, when we create a new company, we have 10 price lists. It's possible to create new ones. It's possible to delete some of the price list as long as they are not linked to anything else. Let's say here, the structure of my prices is that I have a base price, and that base price is the base to create some regular purchase price or regular sales price. So in that situation, I would not be able to delete the base price because it's linked to other price list. If the price list is linked to a customer or to a bill of material or to a payment term, then I would have to release the link and then I'll be able to delete that price list. So how does it work? Let's say we have a customer, Maxitech. And this customer, okay, for some reason, I had my important fields highlighted in bold. I've lost them. I'm just going to quickly put them back. Like this, and okay, perfect. Okay, good. So we have Maxitech that is linked to a price list, regular sales price. And we have an item here. I created actually an item, PR1. This item is linked also to any of those price lists. So we have a price list of $150 US. So when we create a new sales order for PR1, the price of $150 will come up naturally. And there is a very interesting field here that we can call from the form settings, and it's called price source. So if we're using price list and other pricing option, sometimes we don't know why we have a certain discount provided. We can know by adding this price source in the lines of any document. Okay, let's go back to the price list. So in that example, I have a regular sales price that is based on a base price with a default factor of 1.5. So what it means is that if I am changing the base price for these items, or if I'm changing the factor, it will automatically change the selling price for this regular sales price. Okay, also, the price list in SAP manage currencies. We have one primary currency. In that situation, we have the US dollars, but we can also have one additional currency and 2 additional currencies also. For instance, if I recall the item, remember we had a regular sales price of $150. Could be also 112 euros. Okay. Price list also manage a unit of measure. So we could have a selling price of $1 for unit, and we could have, let's say, a $5 or $6 selling price for a case of 6 for an item. We have also rounding methods. Let's say that the price we want to have rounded for some reason, then we could just decide to round it to decimal amount, full amount, or we could even have a fixed ending that would be ending by 97, let's say, or 95. Okay, now how do we update some price lists? We could just double click on the price we want to update. Oh, sorry, let's just go back here. Price list. Okay, so we could double click and we could just change manually some of the prices that we want to change. If we just want to access a few items, we could update by selection. In that situation, I will be able to filter on specific items or some groups. Let's say if I want only to update the accessories, it will be easier by selecting only the accessories. We have also a price update wizard here. What this price update will be useful for is we can massively update some prices. Let's say we want to multiply by a factor, we want to divide or add or subtract. We can manage a lot of items in that situation. We could also decide that we want to associate, we want to calculate the selling price based on a base price, like we've seen before, and we want to associate a factor. We could also recalculate a selling price based on an exchange rate. That's one option. Or we could also use the unit of measure reduced by percentage. So, of course, if we use the unit of measure. So that's one option. And my advice would be that please, if you want to explore this feature, I would advise that you test it in a test database, please, before the production database. Okay, another option that we can use is the data import from Excel. Very interesting features. We could easily import having an Excel file with a price list number, item number, the base price list, the factor, and the price list in the local currency as well as for the additional currencies. And finally, another interesting way is by just exporting the price list in Excel. Then we can manipulate the information in Excel and we can copy it, we can import it back into the base price. For that, we have to be careful. We have to make sure that we don't skip a line or we don't change the sorting of the lines. But it can be, if this is done properly, it can be very effective. Okay, so these are the methods for updating a price list. Now, what are those two price lists? We have the last purchase price and the last evaluated price. The last purchase price is a price list that is updated in real time when we create an AP invoice or a reserve invoice. So as soon as we create the document, it will update the last purchase price. When we create a goods receipt in the system or an inventory posting, or when we create a landed cost, it will also affect the last purchase price immediately. There are a few exceptions about the last purchase price. It's when we manage the freight. And I won't go into too much details, but you can, if you were ever managing the freight, you might want to read the second link that we were having here. And this will give you some examples where the last purchase price is not updated. Basically, it's a setup in the system. Okay, now the last evaluated price. This price list, as well as the last purchase price, is a price list that we can't update manually. We can delete it, we cannot touch anything. It is the system that will decide what is the value that should be there. But the last purchase price is updated as soon as we create a document. And the last evaluated price will be updated only when we run one of the two reports. The first report is the audit report, and the second report is the inventory valuation simulation report that we can find here in the inventory report. So this is why sometimes we got to be careful if we rely on this price list, because it can stay days and weeks without being changed. So that is very important to understand that you have to trigger something to have it updated, and that something is one of those two reports. Okay, so we had a lot to say about the price list, but in the end, it's something that is quite easy to manage. And that is the first option to manage the prices. The second option is the period and volume discount. So what is the period and volume discount? It is okay, so basically it is a discount that we want to grant against a price list. So any customer that is linked to that price list will be granted here a discount. It could be for a period of time, or it could be because they are selling a certain number of quantities. And also it could be active from a period of time. We have the discount group. Discount group is very interesting. It is a rebate that we want to apply just for one customer, or for a group of customers, or for every business partner. So for instance, we could say that we want to provide an 8% discount for all the accessories. So all the items that belong to the group accessories will be granted that discount. It could be also based on the properties. So every items can be linked to a properties. In that examples, I have like these are food items. So we have no fat, we have no sugar added, non-perishable, and so on. So we could say that we will provide a 5% for the perishable and 10% for the raw items. Okay. And if an item belongs to those two characteristics, actually, how do we manage which discount we will grant? Well, this is using that discount relations here. We could give him lowest discount, highest, or average, or even total. Could be also linked to a manufacturer. Each item can be linked to a manufacturer here, and we could decide to grant a rebate for that reason. Or it could be also simply an item that for some reason we want to grant a rebate, a discount. So what happens is that an item could belong to a certain item group, but it could also be a perishable or a raw item, and it could even belong to this manufacturer. So how does SAP know which discount to grant? There is a setup here in the business partner master data. It is the effective discount group. So here, okay, for some reason it is locked to lowest discount, but we could also, it could be set up to lowest discount, average, total, and this is how we manage any conflict that could result from the discount group. Also,
Christophe, I have a question, just a second.
Yeah,
so,
sure, go ahead.
So I could have an item that's associated with multiple suppliers, but be the case I'd have to go into each supplier master data, business partner master data for that supplier and adjust it accordingly, correct?
Sorry, can you say it again, please?
Because you showed that you could have a price list based on an item, but if the item is sold between 2 or 3 different suppliers, okay, In that case, I could set it up for the item, but would I also have to go into the business partner of the supplier and adjust that as well? Is it like a
Well, you're
double,
talking about the supplier side or the sales?
the items? Because you were showing
So
an item, but I could have an item that's sold by two different suppliers.
that's correct. That's correct. So exactly. Well, that okay. So usually that would apply mostly for the sale. I mean, it would work for the purchasing, but usually this kind of promotion would work uh, when we for our customers, right?
Okay.
So if we want to apply this discount to just a few customers, we could use here a specific business partner or customer group, or it could be to all of our business partner, but we could also say, okay, well, I don't want to apply that to that customer. Maybe he has a very special price, or maybe he has something else, so we don't want to apply the discount group to that customer. So
Okay,
this
for
is
the
how we can.
customer. But if you go back to the discount groups,
Mhm.
okay, it's on your items tab. The
Okay.
items, yeah, okay. So let's say you have an item that's your printer label, okay? But
Okay.
maybe I have two suppliers for that printer label.
That's correct.
So in that way, I could associate it, but I'd have to, if the printer label is only associated with one supplier, I'd have to go into the business partner of the supplier and adjust it in there. Is that it?
Well, if so, let's say
Okay, vendor
that
group.
that would be for vendor group.
Okay.
But if for some reason you don't have that specific discount for one of them, then you would just go and check do not apply discount group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the discount group. And also we have the special price. Special price for business partner, which is very similar to the period and volume discount, but this time it is a special price that is linked to a specific business partner. So we could say that we grant a discount of X percentage, just like this, or it could be for a period of time, or it could be also for a given quantity. Let's say we want to provide a 20% discount if they buy a quantity of 10 from us. Okay. So the price list will be the base to provide a price, but then we can add a discount with those methods. Okay. And also, yeah, just wanted to tell you that the special price for business partner can be accessible from the business partner master data window. Okay. Special price is very interesting tool, but sometimes we have many customers, so we want a tool to copy the special price into some other customers. We have that tool here in price list, special price, copy special price to selection criteria. So what happens is the way it works, we will get a source business partner code and a target business partner code. We have to be very careful with that window. It happens sometimes that some customer will just erase all of their special price. So please try it in a test database before. Also, we have the ability we have the tool here to update special price globally. So it looks a bit like the price update wizard, but for the special price. And once again, please try it in a test database. It's very easy to override quickly every special price. Okay, so now we have 4 options for managing our price. How do we figure out all of these options? So we go back to the decision trees here, to the guide online. And so we can see that the blanket agreement is still the first in the hierarchy. We have then the special price. Special price, if we have any special price, we don't go any further. This is that discount that will be applied to the document. Now, for those that knew SAP back in 9.2, we've always been told that after the special price, this is the discount group that goes after, and then this is the period and volume discount. For some reason, SAP has decided to change it a bit to make it more complicated. I don't know, but I believe there is a way to simplify it, and I'm going to show you the way I see it. So if we have periods and volume discount and discount groups, we will end up with the price defined in the period and volume discount, but with the discount defined in the discount group. So, and the price defined in the period and volume discount is, if we don't touch anything here, is the price list. The only way it could be different, the only way we could have a price that is relevant to the period and volume discount, it is when we would double click here and we would get a different price. So, but if we just leave, but I don't see why we would do that. That is an option that I can really understand, but if we say that we have a period and volume discount for the regular sales price, then we just leave it like this, and the price defined in period and volume discount will be a default price list price. So meaning that after the special price for business partner, the discount group will take over. If we don't have any discount group, then the price defined in period volume discount and the discount defined in period and volume discount, meaning that for me, that will be the price list. So that reminds us the old way of thinking of SAP, which is special price first, discount group, then period and volume discount.
So this is basically a reminder that if any of you are not on 9.3 yet, it works the same way as you're used to having it work. But if you are on 9.3 and you had pricing structures, to take into consideration this this difference, right, Christophe?
Yeah, exactly. But even in 9.3, if you do not change here, if you use period and volume discount, but you do not change the logic here for the period of time, then you can say that it will still be special price, discount group, period and volume discount, and finally price list. And here what we have the price list, but if we have a discount group, we have the price, the base price is the price defined in the price list, and the discount is what is from the discount group, which is exactly what we've seen here. So it doesn't change the logic of the prices. And finally, we have the price list without any discount here. So, but of course, in your situation, usually our customers have just 2, maybe 3 options of managing the prices, which makes it even easier. Okay. Does anyone have any question about that? Okay.
I've got nothing in chat box, so I think we're good.
Good. Okay. So we can go a bit further. If we read carefully this, it states that this option is the default priority, meaning that, and this is a new feature in 9.3. Before, the logic of the price hierarchy was always the same regardless of the customer. Now we have a new option in 9.3, which is to select the lowest price or the highest price for the customer. So what it means is, okay, I'm going to do a drill down on this. We have the options here of the effective price, and we could change from the default priority, we could change it to the lowest price for some reason. This is a good customer. So then the decision tree would be a bit different, and there it is. So the beginning is the same. We still have the blanket agreement. We still have the special price. If we have any special price linked to that business partner, to that customer, SAP will just calculate the selling price and put it aside, call it A, sorry. If you have any discount group and period and volume discount, SAP will calculate the price. And for me, that price here is just a regular unit price with the discount group. Okay. But if we have only a discount group without period and volume discount, SAP will calculate the price list here based on, sorry, the unit price will be the price of the price list, and the discount will come from the discount group, meaning that B1 and B2 will be likely the same. So what happens next? We have special price and we have discount group here. If we have any discount group set up, the lowest price will be calculated. SAP will compare A, B1, and B2, and will just bring up the best price for that customer. Now, if we don't have any discount group, SAP will calculate the special price here, put it in A, and then it will calculate the period and volume discount with the price defined in period and volume discount, which is our regular sales price, and the discount defined in period and volume discount. Also, if we don't have any period and volume discount, SAP will calculate the regular price that comes from price list without any discount. So we have now, if we don't have any discount, SAP will compare A, which is a special price, C1, which is the period and volume discount, and C2, which is the regular sales price, and bring out the best price. So really, we don't have a real best price notion. We have a notion of SAP will compare the prices between special price and discount group, if we have any discount group. Otherwise, SAP will compare the special price, the period and volume discount, and the price list and bring out the best, which is also good as long as we know where we're standing, as long as we understand this decision tree.
Does anyone have any questions? Because I know a lot of you in here today are really, you always come to the inventory sessions. And since we're regarding prices, go ahead. If you have any questions for Christophe, that's what we're here for. So there's the chat box. I don't know if some might be trying to ask, and you've got the chat box there if you prefer.
And please remember, if you want to test it on your system, you can use that price source here that will tell you why you have that price here. It could be manual, it could be because of the period and volume discount. So really, with that help online and that price source field, you have everything you need to understand that.
Show us back, Christophe, where the help online is. I know I saw the link. It's hang on. It's the SAP. Yeah, the SAP. Yeah, the help SAP.com. So if anybody's having trouble with these sites, or because sometimes we have certain sites that we need a special login, I don't think you need your S number for this, right, Christophe?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
If you have any issue, let us know.
Yeah, that's it. You've always got our support desk, but no, that's it.
Okay, good.
I have sessions on the help anyway. If anybody wants that as well, I have a whole session on the different help that's available, that's free training and stuff like that. So again, if you want links or information on it or past webinars, just send me an email.
Sounds good. So we have here also in the PowerPoint, we have the option default priority, lowest price. We have also a few highlighted fields that are important to remember. And finally, I would like to show you a few things. Let's go back to SAP. Okay. In the general settings, there is a new pricing tab here that you might want to have a look at it if you want to display inactive price list in reports. If you want to remove any unpriced item from the price list, that also you could do it in a test database. If you want to release any space, you have an option here that concerns the unit of measure. And finally, we have a few reports from the sales order. Let's say, if you want to know, if we want to know what are the last prices that we've sold that item, we do a right click in the unit price, last prices, and we will have the history of all the prices for this customer for this item. We have also, what else have we got? We've got a price report here. Okay. That option is also available from the main menu. So for this item, we will have the prices for every price list and the currencies here. We have also a discount group that we can get. Sorry, from there, discount group report. And it will bring the information of all the discount group. We can filter on certain criteria, business partner, item group, properties, and so on. So that is useful information. Do you have any questions for that?
And there's a lot of reports and inventory too. And guys, if you have any questions, I know this is a lot of stuff in a short period of time, but if you have any questions, you've got our support desk too. Just reach out. That's what we're there for, and it's included in your maintenance. So if you have any questions, do feel free.
Right. I believe for some reason SAP made it more complicated now than before. And so my goal today, I don't know if I reached my goal, but my goal was to simplify this, to make it easier. I had to go through that because that is the official SAP documentation, but really, so I tried to make it more simple. But if you have if something wasn't clear, you can send an email. We will sort this out and help you for your company with your price logic.
It is, Christophe, it is more complicated than it was, but we have a lot more customers now that are on 9.3, so it's really important to specify what these new changes are, because if somebody was on the old price lists on 9.2 or older, and they're in 9.3, it's really important to see what the changes they did make in those price lists. So thanks a lot. Look, if anybody has any questions, there's our email. So the support desk, if you have questions, there's myself there, Tracy, if you want a copy of the recording. And I could send you the links too that Christophe showed us for the help guide. And my last point, so our next session is going to be in 2 weeks. On November 16th, we're going to be covering basic queries. I know we've done this before, but I always get customers saying that they want to go over queries. So anyway, different consultants have different ways of presenting things. So anyway, our next one's on basic queries in SAP. And just a small mention, I'm in the process of gathering information on what our topics are going to be for the spring in 2019, because we're going to be sending that out with your maintenance renewals. So if you guys have any suggestions, things that you guys want to see, do you want us to cover more inventory, more basic stuff, whatever, financials? I'd like you guys to feel free to reach out to me and let me know what you'd like us to cover in our webinars, because we do this for you guys. And so that's that. So thanks everyone. Thanks, Christophe. And have a good
No
weekend,
problem.
everybody. See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye guys. Bye.
All right.